Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be looking at the GamerVerse Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure. We'll look at each of the parts, and we'll look at the Joe Fixit all together. Alright, first up, let's look at the torso. The torso is a nice, beefy, muscled torso. It's not the same as the Kingpin. The Kingpin torso is a little more barrel-chested than with the Joe Fixit torso. And the tie is actually a separate piece. It's not glued down. You can actually remove it. You can see under the jacket, the torso is fully sculpted with details. It has suspenders. The shirt goes all the way down. Detailed pants. I'm thinking they're planning on reusing this body for another character later on. With the sculpt of the shirt and the suspenders, my guess would be maybe like a possible Mr. Hyde. Let's get the tie back on. We'll look at the next part. Next up is the head. The head is nicely detailed. Very gangster looking Hulk head. Based on the GamerVerse skin video, but I would love to, they would do like a deluxe figure later on. Give us a comic style head and paint job with the gray suit with the pinstripes. Now on to the arms. These are a lot more muscled arms than the Kingpin. You can see his triceps bulging out on the back of the jacket. More so than on Kingpin. The Kingpin has a little bit, but nowhere near as on the Joe Fixit. The forearms are really beefy on these. There's no bicep swivel. Next up, let's look at the legs. The legs are constructed very much like the Kingpin's. Single joint knee, swivel at the knee. The foot is actually there's a separate piece that connects up into the leg that the foot connects to. So it rotates independently, where it's a separate part. Now let's go ahead and snap Joe Fixit together. Here we have Joe Fixit all together. He's a good sized figure. He's not as big as the 80th Anniversary Hulk, but he's bigger than the Kingpin. Not a lot bigger than the Kingpin, just slightly taller. As you can bring in the 80th Anniversary Hulk. 80th Anniversary Hulk is still quite a bit bigger. And we got the GameStop GamerVerse Hulk. The Outback Hulk, which is also taller than the Joe Fixit figure. I love the details of the suit and the details on the tie. The print on the tie is really nice. A little detail. They could have easily just done a flat solid color, but they actually put a nice pattern on the tie. He's got his handkerchiefs in his pocket. Like the single button, sculpted with only a single button close on the jacket. He's getting ready to burst out of his jacket. He's so big. That's a wing toe shoes. Nice detail in those. You can see got all the details of the little pinholes in the shoe. See the laces up there. There's no tread on the shoes. You have the Marvel trademarks and serial numbers on the bottom, which I wish they would put the numbers on the bottom of every figure instead of on legs, which don't have to worry about on the Build-A-Figure. Love the details on like the feathers in the hat and the ribbon around the brim of the hat. Before we do a rundown articulation, let's do some comparisons to some other figures. Here we have next to the Kingpin and the 80th Anniversary Hulk. Here we have next to a Bucky Cap and the GamerVerse Outback Hulk. Here we have next to a Black Widow and a US Agent. Let's do a little quick rundown on articulation on the Joe Fixit. The head is just on a double ball peg. You don't give, with the sculpt of the head and the length of the ball peg set to the neck, you don't get a lot of up and down. You can, about this, you just going to look forward and down's fairly decent. With being on a ball peg, you do get some tilt. Good range of movement there. There's full 360. Of course, with the sculpt, the head, it's going to pop off. Disc in shoulders. Then go out to here. If you pass farther, it's going to pop out of the socket. So it's full 360. As mentioned before, single jointed elbows. Get you around 90 degrees. He has swivel at elbow. Hinge and swivel fist. He does have a diaphragm joint, but you can't really get at the crunch any because of the jacket. The movement you get is in the hips. You see here, that's just in the hips. He does twist at the diaphragm joint. The hips are on ball joints. They can kick out that far only. Kick out to the side. That's as far as you want to get with kicking out to the side. Back. Just a tiny little bit back. Thigh swivel. Single joint at knees. Less than 90. Swivel at the knee. Hinged ankle. Pivots. Plus the ankle joint itself rotates. Together, he's a great looking figure. There is a few little issues with QC. I've my luck anymore with QC issues. I have some weird marks on the forearm here, a bad sprue cut here, same with sprue cuts down here on the knees. I want to see if I can clean those up a little bit. Might be able to take a little bit of hot water and smooth this out. It's like swirls on the forearm. Even with those, it's a great looking figure, and I'm a huge Hulk fan, so I had to get the entire way so I can build my Joe Fixit. He's going to make a great addition to my Hulk shelf. I am curious to see what they're going to end up reusing this body for. Like I said, my guess would be a Mr. Hyde, which I'd love to get a Mr. Hyde for my Thunderbolts display. I can't really think of too many characters that would, as big and bulky like this, would need to be a suit body. If you can think of any other characters that could be used on this body, please comment below. Even if you're not a Hulk fan, I'd recommend getting this figure. It's such a great, imposing, big, muscle-bound gangster look. I think it'd be a good addition to anybody's shelf. Can't recommend this one enough. It's just a stunning-looking figure. Great design. The articulation, of course, is a little limited because the way they did the suit. But with the profile look of the suit, the figure, it's worth some sacrifices sometimes with articulation. But other than that, that's all I got to say, and Hulk smash!